How did you come about creating this, creating something like this?
It was I guess it was like a multiple process of creating. The first part of this process was that I was born like that. I was born just, with the ability to know things about people. I just basically within 5 minutes of meeting somebody, I knew everything about them, and I didn't understand it. And being like 5 and 6, you see all this stuff about people. It's, kind of hard to know, what to do with that because you can't, always speak on the things that you see. And as I had gotten older as a teenager, knowing that I had to carry on this lineage as the 11th generation of sacred medicine, I couldn't understand where a medicine keeper or medicine woman fits in, in like the 90s, and doing and existing in a urban society. So for me, I kept my gifts very much like a secret within myself, and so I would practice them privately within myself, knowing things about people or observing or being able to know what somebody was going to do before they did it. When I was about 14, I started to, I became, maybe it might have been about 12, dreaming became something that almost was like another reality for me. So I would myself do interdimensional dreaming, and so if I dreamt something, maybe I might have dreamt that I got scratched in my dreams, I would wake up bleeding, so that was a whole nother process, to have to deal with, as a teenager. And so that was, that was my experience, but I didn't know anybody outside of my family that had these type of abilities and were able to do things. When I ended up having children, my daughters came in the exact same way that I was, extremely knowing, very gifted. My oldest daughter sees spirits, like human spirits, and my youngest daughter sees animal spirits. And right now I homeschool both of my children, and I started to realize that my daughters had that same ability to be able to know things and, to be able to read minds. And so part of the curriculum here at our home is to train and master that because, they too, as little people, they see things and they know someone's lying, and they'll just say, hey, you're lying, and,
wow.
That may be true, but, there's a proper place, for everything to be handled. So, even now, part of the curriculum is to master being able to know things and see things, but also holding it until it's the appropriate place, to talk about it. And, being able to read energy to make sure that they're always in a space with someone of like-compatible energy with them, So this is, it's been like a steady stream since I was little. And I was actually in the temple praying, and right before I went to pray, my daughter said she was ready to go to school and be amongst, the collective. And knowing how gifted my daughter is, I can't just send her to school, with like being able to read minds, see energy and see spirits. That wouldn't actually work. So I went to the temple and I was praying, and I was like, how can I do this? How can her to grow and develop amongst the collective while keeping it very safe for her, for a being of this ability and these powers. And in meditation, Spirit said to, open up a metaphysical school, because it's not just your children and you who are like this. There are children all over the world who have these gifts and abilities, and they need some place to be, some place to come that's safe, to work on their craft. And that's how it started. It was like, yes, all right, here we go. So,
Wow.
So that's right now, just, opening that up so children can come and be a part of that.
Right. So this metaphysical learning center for children, how will that be different from the regular school that is around right now?
Oh, man, it's going to be so much different. I guess that the number one way that it will be different is, when you you go to school and they want to look at your credentials and test your mind to see academically how you are going to succeed. Our school will actually, when you come, we want to see, the abilities that you have. So if you can move things with your mind, that would be your orientation, to show us, and then to talk with your parents to see how we all can assist each other in making sure that the child is getting the most out of their experience. Where a lot of times in regular school, if a child maybe at 3 or 4, a spirit friend, the society tells us that that's an imaginary friend. They'll grow out of that, where here we are welcoming that whole process into existence. And in the regular school system, also, you are, there until you're 18. Through the Metaphysical Learning Center, the process is that each child would have been able to master their gifts very early. That is what we would be working on. So it's very likely that a child could graduate at 13 or 14 years old and be finished school because they would naturally go into a space that they were interested in, and that's what we would help them work on. So if a child was very good, or for instance, if a child was good with healing abilities, we would help that child to, work through, master that. And, so by 14, 15, they would be a master Reiki instructor, or, an astrologer or a massage therapist or crystal work, reflexology. Like, there are so many, spaces, but we don't, want to hold them until they're like, 18, 19, 20. We want to allow them, very early. And we would start taking children as early as, 6 weeks old, because usually by the time a child is about 1 or 2, you will start to see these abilities develop within them. And by that time, it's the perfect time to, have them at the school and start, putting them in a space with other children of like abilities. So the Metaphysical Learning Center versus, the public school system is very, very, very extremely different, just for the most part, that we are a spiritual, enlightened school, and that is, that anything that would seem different or weird or odd is so, welcome and accepted at our school.
All right now. Okay. How can people contribute to this project, and can you also tell us how people can contact you?
Yes, we are definitely will appreciate and love and are looking for donations and contributions and sponsorship for the Metaphysical Learning Center. There's a website. It's called www.templeofatma.com. And on that page, you will be able to read more about the Temple of Atma and our philosophy and the mission for the Metaphysical Learning Center, as well as donate, to this cause. And the number to contact me for more information or for spiritual life coaching is area code 202-695-4888. And everything, all the information, my information is on the site, as well as the information on how to email me and, everything that you would need to know about. Because through the Temple of Atma, we also do workshops, lectures, classes, everything from, healthy living to reconnecting to the divine feminine. So all of the information about what we offer is there. And the website, again, is www.templeofatma.com.
All right. Thank you so much for taking the time to
Thank you so much for
tell us
having
about
me.
all this. Yeah, thank you so much. We'll love to have you back, if that's all right with you.
Yes, absolutely. I do appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. So that's it, guys. Okay. Talk to you soon.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bring me to your leader.
You can be asleep somewhere, reaching for your mind. You can be asleep somewhere, reaching to your mind. We live in your belief and fear, peeking deep into your mind. You can be asleep somewhere, reaching for your mind.
It was a night like any other night, and I laid and closed my eyes. I don't remember the time, but I